Should I buy a home? The video is to help those of you out there consider 4 questions to answer to let you know if you're ready to be a homeowner. The first question that you should be able to answer yes to is, have you turned your current living situation into a home? What I mean by that is this. Are you a part of helping maintain said home as far as utilities, groceries, the maintenance, the cleaning, the upkeep, everything that goes into turning a house into a home? If you've not had the opportunity to do that yet, I would strongly recommend you do so. You see, this is an area of home ownership that is often overlooked, and this step is skipped, And so when folks buy homes or houses, and are converting them into a home, because they've not done these things, it comes off as being remorseful because you've not built that muscle. And so I know it's not a sexy part of the process, but this kind of goes into the why of why you want a home, right? So wherever you are, if you're renting a room, if you are living at home with parents and you're in the basement, folks want to make you feel less than for those great opportunities if you take advantage of them and maximize them. But those are great opportunities for you to make the current living situation you're in a home, so that when you do buy a house, you don't have to have those struggles. It's not foreign to you. Therefore, it doesn't come off as being remorseful. Second question, do you know how much income you have coming in net and how many expenses you have going out on a monthly basis? You need to know that number, just like your name, intimately. If you do not, I would strongly recommend you not moving forward to purchase a home until you know those numbers, because those numbers, they're going to go up when it comes to your mortgage payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and then all of the other things that will increase as a result of you now owning a house, converting it into a home: utilities, groceries, maintenance, your cleaning load, cooking, so on and so forth, right? So do you know how much money you have coming in net and what your expenses are on a monthly basis? Number 3, do you save and invest? If you've not saved, then you should not buy a home. Why? Life is going to happen. And there's a lot of things that go into you maintaining said house. And if you don't have the ability to save before getting into a home, that is going to be a great problem, if nothing more than you not having enough money after you have closed successfully on your home with your down payment and closing costs, and you experience the house rich, cash poor phenomenon, which is a direct path on the fast lane to having remorse when having bought a home. And that's the goal here, to prevent you from having remorse and for you to be a successful home owner. Okay. And so I just don't want you to say, yes, I save and invest. This is about accountability, right? You want to go and look. Okay. So look at wherever you're saying you're saving and investing. And here's the test. If you don't have a minimum of 3 months of those expenses from step 2 or question 2, then for sure you shouldn't even be thinking about buying. Okay. 3 months is just the minimum. I recommend a minimum of 6 months of those expenses that you have saved in a checking, savings, money market, some type of vehicle in which you can readily access it without, going through too many hurdles and things of that nature. And then some of you guys might be saying, well, hey, I'm not a savvy investor. Well, if you're working on a job, if you're an employee, does that employer have some type of retirement plan? Look, here's the deal, guys. Too many of us, especially when we're younger, and you might be younger that I'm talking to now, it feels like 60 is forever away. I get it, but you always have to be cognizant and force yourself to think about your future self. At minimum, and this is not investment advice, consult with your investment advisors, but at minimum, you ought to be accepting the match from your job. And then, if you have a pension and things of that nature, trust me, your future self will thank you for it. And then the fourth question is this: will you live in the house that you're looking to buy as your primary residence for a minimum of 7 years? So if you're not going to live there for a minimum of 7 years, do not buy. Why I say that is because we're talking primary residence, the house that you're going to buy and make your home to nurture and grow your most valuable asset, either yourself or assets, yourself and your family. So that house, once converted into a home, is going to provide the stability, the nurturing, the memories, all those things that really cannot be quantified with a dollar. And if you plan on not being in a certain place for 7 years minimum, it really doesn't make sense, because home appreciation is going to be anywhere between 3 to 5%. We've just come through an anomaly because of a catastrophic world event, and a lot of future appreciation was pulled forward. My point is 3 to 5%, very conservative. And at best, it's a savings account that keeps up with inflation. Okay. So if you want to be an investor and make big gains and things of that nature, start a business, become a very savvy investor and things of that nature. There's better ways to do that opposed to real estate. Now, there's a caveat. If you're someone that's, savvy enough, willing to take on the extra work, and let's say you have a year's worth of your expenses saved, you may want a duplex or a triplex. We have to stop trying things out because we heard it online. Most of these people online don't even have the things that they're trying to purport and tell you to do. So again, if you're that person and you say, well, hey, Robert, I think I can handle a duplex. I'm going to live in one side for a minimum of those 7 years. That's the mindset. Well, there's ways to do that and have a bit of an investor's benefit, if you will, over time. Really, remember, real estate is a long-term play. So just to summarize, have you turned your current living situation into a home? Number 2, do you know how much money you have coming in, your income, net income, and what your monthly expenses are going out to the cent, right? 3, do you save and or invest? And if so, you ought to be able to find one of those accounts that you have and validate and verify that you have at least 3 months, worst case, before you move forward to purchase a home, of those expenses. Better yet, 6 months or more. And if you're going to look to do a duplex, triplex, or a fourplex, and you're going to live in one of those units, per the last question, will you live there a minimum of 7 years? You need to have at least a year's worth of expenses saved up, because now you have 2 to 3 more units that you have to look out for as being the landlord slash homeowner, aka house hacking. So there you have it. If you can confidently answer yes to those 4 questions, I say you're ready to move forward. Now, the next step with that most people miss is not understanding the importance of the application. So if that's you and you've answered yes to those questions, you can watch this video right up here to show you how to prepare yourself to complete and submit the perfect application the first time. And if you're not ready, but you still want some information on where you could possibly get monies to help you either save the money that you have and use OPM, other people's money, for the down payment and closing costs, well, watch this video right over here and check out some of the down payment assistance programs that are available potentially to you. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As we always say, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And then until the next time, peace.